Let's talk about lane changes. So the reason why lane changes seem to be so scary for most of you in the beginning when you first start driving, well, there are two main fears that I hear from my students. The first one is that you don't want to look away from traffic. You're afraid to turn your head and look over your shoulder before you do a lane change because you don't want to look away from what's in front of you. Very understandable. The second common fear is that if you do signal, look over your shoulder, you might find out that, whoops, you looked for too long and you veered out of your lane. So there's a simple solution for both of those things, and that is to make your looks really short, really brief. Instead of doing one long look or even one short look, we can do two really short looks. So a long look would be anything longer than half a second. So if I signal look over my shoulder, that's already too long. So I'm gonna make it a lot more brief. I'm gonna do a quick check and another quick check right before I actually change lanes. You can do 3 or 4 short looks if you want to. The point is, keep looking right back to your lane to stay on track. So yes, you have to turn your head quickly, but you also need to get it right back to focus to the lane in front of you. So basically, turn your head and turn it back pretty quickly. So here we go. I'm gonna do a right lane change, signal on. I can check my mirror if I want to, but I'm gonna look over my shoulder really quickly and another quick look before I go. So again, the looks need to be really, really, really brief, half a second. That's what you're dealing with. The other element of the lane change is that most of the time, most of you are hitting the brakes when you're thinking about doing a lane change. There's something about concentrating and also the speed, and it's intimidating to you, so the tendency is to hit the brakes. So unless there's something in front of you or the light's turning red or you're doing a lane change while decreasing speed, which can be done, what I want you to practice whenever possible is to maintain your speed when you're doing the lane change and actually increase your speed through the lane change. So ideally, what you would do is start accelerating gently the whole time. Accelerate before the lane change and accelerate through the lane change. Because if I'm in this lane and I'm going too slowly, what happens? The people behind me get annoyed and they start driving into that lane. So by you driving slowly, slower than the flow of traffic, you actually steer them into that lane. It makes your job harder. You're trying to get into that lane. And if I drive slowly, everyone else goes there too. So instead of me slowing down and having the people behind me get fed up, I'm going to speed up a little more, signal, look, gradually move over, and now I can start braking if the light were red. And here's the super advanced one. Before I even bother to signal or look over my shoulder, if I know a lane change is coming up, I can take a look in the mirror, see if it looks clear. If it does, then signal, look, and move over while speeding up. Speeding up opens up distance behind you, and it helps minimize the chance of somebody just rushing up behind you and either making the lane change impossible or rear-ending you. So that's it. Let's do one last one for good luck. Look in the mirror first as I accelerate, signal on, quick look over the shoulder to check, quick look before I go, gradually move over. That's the last tip, is don't yank the wheel into the lane. Make it really gradual. Give you and the other cars a chance to swerve away in case one of you miscalculates or you both go for the same lane. All right, enjoy your lane changes. Let me know if that worked out for you.